Good morning, everybody. If you're a new reseller, give me a follow. I share each day the things that I have sold in my stores and give tips and tricks daily. Did anybody ever question yourself, should I buy vintage or should I buy modern? The struggle, right? I'm going to show you today in the things that I've sold. That's why I refuse to niche down. I do not niche down at all. I buy anything and everything that makes a profit. So let's talk about the clothing first, modern or vintage. Okay, first thing that sold, Born boots, really soft leather. These are the inventory tags that I use in all of my items. I can take this off and reuse it. I paid $4 for these, and they sold for $45 on Poshmark, I think. It sold on eBay for $46. Okay, now let's do a vintage pair of shoes. These are Y2K Skechers. You can see the chunky sole. It's got this flower detail. This is kind of blue. It looks like a faux turquoise. I paid $4 for these, and they sold for $65 on Poshmark. So, vintage wins on this round. All right, the next thing that sold is this Eileen Fisher. It's a great size. It's extra large, and it is a basic. This is all silk. The pleating is beautiful. You can't really tell, but this is like a champagne pink. I paid $3 for this, and it sold for $35. And it sold on eBay. All right, let's compare it to a vintage piece that sold yesterday on eBay. And this is a vintage. There isn't a name. It just says that it's made in Hong Kong, and it is this beautiful, it's really a dark green. My iPhone is blowing it out with these beautiful closures. I paid $4 for this, and it sold for $45 on eBay. So that round, the vintage, it went out too. So the last thing I'm going to show you is a Trapper Keeper that I've had for sale for a while, and then I just recently delisted and relisted it, and it sold. It's very cool, especially if you're a kid from the 80s like me. Okay, here it is. And it's not in perfect condition. I paid $2 for this at an estate sale, and it sold for $62 on eBay. And I think one of the reasons I did get more, a good bit of money for this is that it had all of the interior things, but it did have somebody's name whited out, and like the condition, like you can see that, like it's not in perfect condition, y'all. You just have to take really good pictures, multiple pictures, so that people know what they're getting. And so, $62 for this. I have sold a couple of like modern vintage modern Franklin Covey planners recently that sold in the $40 to $50 range. So like really, my vintage stuff generally gets me more money, but why would I niche down and forget about the other? Because if I didn't sell modern, half of these sales wouldn't be here. If I didn't sell vintage, vice versa. So that's why you won't catch me niching down. I sell everything. I hope you learned something. If you did, if you could give me a heart and a follow, that helps me a lot. Bye, y'all.